we're just gonna rip the Band-Aid off because it is a nasty wound. Whew, Lord, I'm hot. All right, let's do this. Hello everyone, welcome to Her Courage to Plan. My name is Megan. Today's video, it is a tough video for me, guys. I have started over and over filming this video because it's just tough. It does bring back some, memories and a time period that I wish to not relive. But for the sake of transparency, guys, I'm going to share a little bit with you all about our situation as far as the IRS. So if you're new to the channel, my husband and I, we are on a debt-free journey, guys. And we are, slowly paying off debt while we cash flow our son's college tuition. And so we recently paid off our HELOC, which is our home equity line of credit, in October. If you missed that video, I will leave that linked up above and you can go back and check it out. In that video, I talked a little bit about the IRS debt that we have, and that I will be sharing more information with you guys in the future. Well, the future is here. So I've been putting this off, but I want to go ahead and at least, get this out so that, we can move forward. We just want to make sure that we continue to be transparent. And even if we help and encourage one person, that is a blessing in itself, because you may be in the situation or you may know someone that is in the same situation that owes the IRS. It is not a good feeling, guys. It really isn't. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of backdrop. I'm not going to dive too deep into this because it is our mess and we take full responsibility and we do have a plan in place. So back in 2018, going into 2019, guys, we've had some life challenges, guys, from illness, death. I mean, you just name it. It seemed like we were going through it. And I am very thankful that we are on the other side of this now. However, during that time, our tax planning was pushed to the wayside. And one of the lessons learned throughout this whole journey is that even though things are turned upside down and things are just taking the forefront, and while others important issues such as tax planning takes the back seat, we still have to make sure that we are handling our business. So one of the things that we did lose was, of course, dependent, which encompasses losing tax deductions. But what we failed to do was we did not change our tax planning to compensate for the loss in deductions. And that was a big mistake for us, and we see that now. And then going into 2019, now Hubs did transition. I want to say this is the third company within 1 year, and that just brought along a lot of just uncertainty, along with just things that we experienced that we had not experienced before. And one of the things was Hubs was working a lot of overtime, guys, and we were thankful that he was working that overtime. But at the same time, on the back end, the tax planning was not taken care of. And so he was working anywhere from 16 to 18-hour days because it was just him manning the station during a certain period of time. And so there again, we did not change the way we were paying in our taxes. We didn't change that. So that was a huge mistake. Like I said, it kind of piggybacks off of losing a dependent but still paying in as if we still had these same deductions, and we did not. And along with transitioning, guys, it was just a hard time for us. It really was. And a lot of things that were and still important they were pushed to the back end. And so when we get to, filing our taxes, we usually owe and we could, stroke a check and be done with it. But this time we weren't able to do that. And so even with the extension filing, trying to make sure that we had everything covered, there was no extension to pay. So we do have to get a payment plan. Now, I will say that we did end up owing the state, but we were able to pay them off. Once the return was processed, we end up paying them off. And I'll share with you guys the total amount that was paid because I have the information here. But I just want you guys to know that we dropped the ball. And it is a hefty penalty to pay when you are not focused on those things that are truly important until it's time. And that's what happened. And guys, I can only talk and say so much because I don't want to, say something that I'm not supposed to say. But I will say in a roundabout way, during one of the transitions, we end up going on Cobra insurance. And that was something that was new to us. Even though the company paid, we still had to go through this process of, getting it paid and making sure that the premiums were paid. And it was for a short time, but it was still a situation that was new. And it was a weird situation because we just never been through that. But again, the way people, in these companies, they merge and how they do things, I don't understand that. We just know that we went through it. And it was a weird situation, even to the point where they sent payments, a large payment. And guys, because we had so much going on, we were getting things in the mail saying that there was a, payment that was not cashed and taken care of. So we dropped the ball. We dropped the ball. We since, made sure that that payment went to the right accounts. But again, with all the things that were going on, guys, we were just left with this mess. And we are definitely responsible for it. So, like I said, I want to share so much more, but because of, the situation, I don't want to, say too much to where it, kind of hurts us. Because we still have to work and we still have to eat and we still have to pay bills. But just know that the whole transition was just something different, along with the changes that we went through the latter part of 2018, going into 2019. And I will say that starting this channel, because this channel was started in 2019, this has been a blessing because, guys, I didn't know where I was coming or going. So there was so many, things that were going on to where I needed an outlet. And you guys don't know how much of a blessing you all have been to me, to my family. So I'm going to share with you guys the amounts that we owe. But I will say that since we have changed our deductions, guys, we pay in as if we were single, which is at the highest tax rate, plus some more. So we are being taxed left and right. But because we don't want to be back in this situation again, we just want to make sure that we're paying in as much as possible. And we do still have one more child that is left in the home, and that's our son that we're paying for his college tuition. But we do know, guys, he will eventually transition as well. So tax planning is at the forefront. So we have learned our lesson, guys, and it is definitely a hard lesson to learn. But it's one situation that just brings up so many tough, memories that I just don't want to continue to, dwell upon that. So I'm going to share with you guys the amount, and I'm also going to share with you guys our debt payoff plan for 2021. And even though right now at the filming of this video, our return is still not processed because we mailed it in, and you can go to the IRS website. They are behind, due to the pandemic, they're behind in processing mail-in returns. So we have no idea when they will process it, but we do know what we owe. We just don't know what the penalties and the interest is on that debt. So we will have to adjust once we get it, but I don't want to continue to delay in, putting out our debt payment plan and, just trying to move forward as best as we can. So I will share that with you guys today. So guys, I am ripping the Band-Aid off, guys. So this is it. We are trying to move forward and, share our debt payoff plan, even though we know that things will change once the return is processed, because we will need a payoff plan for the IRS. And I do want to give a quick shout out to the debt destroyers. Thank you so much for sharing your journey. You all call them the alphabet people, and I just want you all to know that you all continue to encourage us that, we can get through this, and we will get through this, because you all have made some leaps and bounds. And I just want you to know that we do appreciate you for sharing the, journey with us, because now we're on this journey, and it is not something that feels good, but we're going to get through it, guys. We are. So I really do appreciate you all. You all have been such a blessing. And if you're not following them, guys, please make sure you go and check their channel out. They are awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you all the amounts that we owed for the state, and then I'll tell you what we owe for federal. Now, if I can put screenshots up here, I will, so it won't show too much of our information. But with the state, we owed $2,228. But then with the penalty, $22.28 was added, and with interest, $28.96 was added. So the balance was a total of $2,279.24. And guys, that was paid. So they end up processing our return. So the state was quicker in processing our return. But again, we are waiting on federal to process our return. They are, millions of returns behind. And I'm sure at any day now it will, be processed. But we just can't delay anymore as far as just, sharing our debt payoff plan starting in 2021. Or even earlier, just depends on when we get notified. So for the federal, and this is without interest, so I will give you guys an update later. But for the federal, we owe a total of $16,255. So guys, that is a hefty amount. We again generally owe, but not to the tune of $16,000. So we're not able to stroke a check yet for this particular amount. So we will have to have a payment plan. And yeah, that's basically it, guys. It is our responsibility, and we have since, made some changes to help alleviate this. And again, I do encourage you, even if you're in this situation and you may not have this large amount of debt, but know that there's hope, and know that, you're not alone in this. It does not feel good. There's all kind of emotions that comes with this. At one point there was embarrassment, just sick to your stomach type of, emotions, a little depression sprinkled onto that. But, we didn't stay there, guys. We didn't stay there. So we just thank God that we know it's already taken care of. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and transition so I can share with you all our debt payoff plan. I'm going to set it up and just share with you all what our plan is. But just know, we know things will change, but this allows us to, start moving forward and start, planning toward making sure that we get this debt paid off. All right, guys, so it is time to complete the debt payoff plan for the IRS bill. And this is the first time that I or my husband has ever gone through a actual debt payoff plan in writing. So this is going to be interesting, but I do Want you to know that it's not going to be perfect, but I'm just going to make sure that I do the best that I can with, writing out this plan. So I am using the annual kit that I do have in my Etsy shop. This here debt payoff plan is a add-on that you can get. And also these are the debt payoff plan labels and months that I also have available. So if you are interested, I do have the link down below to my Etsy shop if you just wanted to, get your hands on this. But I have already completed our 2021 annual budget using this here same kit with the pattern. And just in case you missed that video, I'm going to link it up above and you can go and check it out. So let's go ahead and get started with doing our debt payoff plan. All right, so the written debt payoff plan is going to be directly after the saving funds tracker that I set up in the annual budget video. So it'll be directly after that. So yeah, guys, I am excited to go ahead and get these laid down. So I'll see you back in a bit. Guys, so I have finished laying down this kit and it is looking lovely. I am loving the way everything has come together. I decided to just stick with the same tone as far as the boxes for each quarter. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep this simple. Like I said, I've never done one of these, so I'm just going to keep it simple. It's going to have minimum payment, extra payment, and total payment. So I'll do that for each month, and with you guys, I'll do the first 3 months and then I'll speed it along and put everything else in. But if you're wondering where the numbers are coming from, it's coming from the annual budget that I actually did in Excel. So each month it did allow us to see what extra money we had as far as planned extra money after we have taken care of our bills. So again, I am loving that Excel spreadsheet from TashaLovesLife.com. So if you have not gotten your copy, I encourage you to do so because it has made this process very easy, guys. So all right, so for January, I'm going to go ahead and just write in minimum, and then we'll have extra, and then I'll go ahead and just say PYT, and then we'll put extra here, and then we'll just say total. So for January, all the minimums we are looking at paying is going to be $250. Now the extra payment that we're looking for January is going to be $300. So that total payment, that should be $550 as a total payment planned for January. And of course, if we get, more monies in, then of course this will be different. And then for February, the minimum payment, the $250, and then of course the extra. We are looking for February, as far as extra, is $100. And then the total payment that we're looking to put towards this will be $350. And then for March, $250 as the minimum. And then the extra, we're looking at an extra $300 for March. And that will be a total of $550. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in everything else with you guys, and I'm just going to speed this video along, and I'll see you back in a bit. Guys, so I have finished filling in each month, and as you see, it kind of go back and forth as far as the total payment for each month, like $550, $350, then $550 again, except for when we get down here in August, we're at $500 planned. So yeah, let's see what that totals. So $550, $350, another $550, $350, $550, $350, $550, $500, $350, $350, $350, and then $550. So that is a total of $5,350 that we are planning to pay towards this here debt. All right, so this is it, the 2021 debt payoff plan in writing. Like I said, it is a plan, and these numbers are what we are planning. Things happen, things change, we'll update along the way. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, me sharing with you guys our debt payoff plan for the next debt in line, which is the IRS in 2021. Again, I hope this encourages someone to, don't give up and don't lose hope. You will get through it, and, we will get through it. And so, guys, you all know that, we don't want to be in this situation again. And Her Courage to Plan is a separate entity. And I will say that, Her Courage to Plan continues to increase. The Etsy shop is doing well, and it's because of you guys, your support. And we are, making sure that on the business side that we're taking care of our business as well. So we don't want to be on the IRS on the business side, and definitely not on the personal side again. But just know that if you find yourself in this situation, that there's hope, guys, and you will get through it, and you're not alone. So, all right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.